Hi everyone, from the makers of Christmas Eve, Seeking Santa, and Once Upon a Christmas, we bring you our brand new game made especially for birthdays, Birthday Quest, Who Ate the Cake. The aim of the game is to find out who this is, the cake thief, before they escape. But who will the cake thief be? Will it be the dad, the kid, the mum, the pup, or even Santa? So let's get the board set up. This is a team game, and as a team, you will travel across 4 regions. Each region has a puzzle or a game that you will need to complete in order to uncover an innocent suspect. You and your team will travel in the direction shown, and the cake thief will try and escape out of the top right of the board. Okay, so let's talk about a 2-player game that's been set up and how it would look. 2 player pieces are placed here at the start position. The challenge cards are shuffled and placed here. Next up, we have the quest cards shuffled and placed here. Zeus's Whirlwind is placed towards the middle on the compass. Next up, we have the knights in their stands that are placed on the lighter red spaces in the King's Keep. The King's Keep cards are shuffled and placed here. We then take the suspect cards, we take 4 of them and place them in the bottom left of the board and 1 in the top right, taking care not to see any of the cards. The Enchanted Forest cards are shuffled and placed here. And finally, the Cake Thief is placed here, where they'll try and escape as you play. It's going to be a challenge to catch up with them, and good luck on your way. Okay, so the board is set up. Let's try having a turn. So we're going to roll the dice. The blue player has rolled a 4, so we're going to move the blue player 4 spaces. Next up for the yellow player, we've rolled a 3, so we're going to move the yellow player 3 spaces. Now that we've both had our turns, we move the cake thief 1 space towards the exit. Remember to do this after everyone has had their turn. It's key to how the game will be played and the race to beat the cake thief before they escape. Okay, so let's talk about some of the board spaces that you'll find on the board. This is a normal board space, a present. You roll, you've landed here, and it's the next player's turn. Other spaces you'll land on are the quest chest space. If you land here, you take a quest card and you follow the instructions on the card. You might also land on Zeus's Whirlwind, shown here, and that will allow you to try and hit the cake thief with Zeus's Whirlwind, which can be very helpful in winning the game. The final type of space you might land on is here, the challenge space, and that's shown by 2 dice. At this point, you'll start one of the challenges in each region of Birthday Quest, and we'll talk more about those later. So let's talk about Zeus's Whirlwind. This is your chance to stop the cake thief in their tracks and move them back to their starting position. You're going to take the topper, spin it, and if it hits the cake thief, they're going to move back to the start. So let's give it a go. As you can see, I don't think I'm going to knock the cake thief down this time. However, this is a really important and exciting tool you can use in the game to stop the cake thief from escaping with the cake. Okay, so let's talk about the challenge for Egypt. The blue player has landed on the dice here, which signals the start of the challenge. The challenge for Egypt is picking up one of these challenge cards and completing the challenge. So for example, this one says that the other players must guess what you are acting, and the player has to act out hitting a piñata, and that's just one example of one of the challenges you might find in the deck. Once the challenge has been completed, the player can then move across the bridge, and once they reach this space here, they can uncover a suspect card, and that card will indicate who is innocent. The suspect cards are over here, so I'm going to take the top one, and I can see that it wasn't Santa. He was trekking the desert all day, so I'm going to put Santa on the Santa space at the bottom of the board, and the game continues. So here we are on Olympus. Your challenge here is to flick your player piece across 3 clouds. The piece can fall over, but it has to land within the outline of the cloud that you're aiming for. If at any point you do miss, you can try again on your next turn, starting from the most recent cloud you successfully reached. Once you've been able to navigate all 3 clouds, congratulations, Zeus is very proud of you, and to reward you for your success, he's going to show you a suspect card. So we can see that the thief was not the dad. He was in Olympus the whole time, and so we are going to put Dad on his space at the bottom of the board and get ready to move into the King's Keep. We've now reached the challenge for the King's Keep. The blue player is going to start here. Another player is going to play the bad guys here, the knights. You're going to deal 3 cards to the blue player face up, and the knights will be dealt 2 cards face up. The aim of the game is for the blue player to reach any of the spaces on the back row using their action cards on their turn without being caught by one of the knights. If they are caught, the blue player will have to go back to the starting position and have another go on their next turn. Let's do an example. The blue player is going to start. They're going to use this movement card here, which says to move 2 spaces. Once they've completed their move, they take another card from the deck, and that makes it now the knight's turn. The knight will also move 1 space and then also pick up another card from the deck. Back to the blue player, they're going to use this card here, which says to remove a knight from the board, and again they'll take another card from the deck. The game continues like this until it is won. So this is what a completed game could look like. If you are caught by the knights on your turn, however, you do get the chance to try again on your next turn. But we can now turn over another suspect card and find out who is innocent. So we can see that it was not the mum. The mum didn't do it. She was with the king all day. We're going to put the mum card on her space down here, and the game continues. So we have reached the final region in Birthday Quest, the Enchanted Forest. This is your last chance to catch the cake thief before they escape. In this region, you're going to roll the dice and visit these treasure chests that are dotted around here. Each time you land on a treasure chest, you're going to pick up an Enchanted Forest card, and within these cards, you're looking for a card that has a dragon's egg on it. As soon as you unveil the dragon's egg, you're going to roll the dice to this space here, the magic red present space. As soon as you've landed on this space, you'll get to uncover your final innocent suspect, and you'll know who in fact was the cake thief. Let's talk about winning the game. Okay, so we have found the dragon's egg and we have rolled the dice to the magic red present space here. which means that we can now uncover our final innocent suspect and declare who we think as a team was in fact the cake thief. So let's see who was innocent. It was not the pup. We're going to put the pup down here on this face, which means that as a team, we're going to declare that the cake thief was, in fact, the kid. Were we right? Let's find out. And it was the kid. Well done, everyone, for completing Birthday Quest, and the birthday wish has been granted. Thank you so much for watching our video. We hope you found it helpful in learning how to play Birthday Quest. Don't forget, you can have a look at the rulebook, which will detail other ways to play. We also have a competitive game, which you may find interesting. You'll also find details of our other games. All that remains to say is have a great birthday and enjoy the time together. Good luck!